Hey there, how's it going, everybody? Merciless here on August 1st, and here we are today with another little video here. I decided today we're going to do some truck gadgets, and I'm going to get my chat and everything up and rolling. We're going to see how everybody is doing today. Episode 11, quite impressive. I didn't think I had it in me, to be honest. It's been a little bit of a wild ride. I've been kind of figuring out what it is I want to do with this channel. And how's it going, Queen Alicia? Glad to see you in here. Appreciate the show of support there. That's fantastic. So today we're going to be going over some trucker gadgets, and I will be sharing the screen as I go over the list. I'm going to give it a few more moments to let everybody kind of come in, get settled, see how everybody's doing today, and hopefully everybody had a good Tuesday. That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear it's going good. And why is my chat box not popping? Yeah, most of the time when chats come across it lags a little bit. And I'm glad to hear that it's going good. You had a good showing today of Dead by Daylight. That was kind of sweet. I got to finally get to watch a video live. And yeah, that was a pretty slick little game. I'm still on the edge. I don't know if I want to get it myself or not. Actually, let me make sure everybody knows to hop on over here. Letting them know I'm live with Truck Gadgets. Got a couple of people with message. They said that they're subscribers, but they're saying that, oh yeah, anytime. I love to show support to my fellow LOA DeadWolvz. And yeah, I probably should get it. Let me make sure my other guy knows. And then pop my chat back up here. And then we will get on with it after a little bit longer. I went over some analytics this past weekend. Sunday for sure I went over them. I'm thinking I'm going to give it another week, then take another look at it this upcoming Sunday, and we're going to go from there on not uploading as much content, and especially that little marathon I kind of have on Fridays and Saturdays. I go live doing this, and then live gamecast, and then live with the interview, and then a gamecast after that. So we're going over some I'm going over some analytics, looking at it, and I think I got a day chose to not do as much, but we'll see how the analytics fare on a 3-week run. You guys have been really great, and we've actually had an uptick in viewership versus what I had expected. I didn't expect this to get quite as much attention as it has garnered, but I do appreciate it. Like, you guys have been really, really great. Love the background. Oh, thank you. Are you talking about the actual flag or all the swords in the back there? Because the flag's kind of new. The swords are various in ages. All the swords, yeah, they're the oldest one up there has to be at the very top, which is probably out of screenshot there. The next oldest on that wall is probably this one, and then the axe. I got 2 more swords out there out of screenshot. Now we got like 3 more at my other house. But alrighty, looks like a few people have uh-oh. A few people have stopped on in, and let's see if I can remember which screen capture it was. Is it this one? It is that one. Why is it so small? Let's just pop this on up here. like I said, today is trucker gadgets, and I'm gonna pop on over here with you guys. And we're gonna talk about it. I think the first thing I have pulled up first is gifts for truck drivers, right? And so we're gonna go over 35 of them. Uh, the first one it pops up here is a trucker pocket knife. Every trucker kind of needs a knife every now and then, right? So we got plastic to cut through, or straps to cut through, or some banding, or something along those lines. And a decent little everyday carry pocket knife that can make your day a lot easier, make it a lot harder if you ain't got it. So what this says is every truck driver needs a good knife now and again, whether they have to pry open some motor oil, cut through an emergency situation, yeah, or peel a particularly hardy piece of fruit. This personalized, so you can get this one personalized. This personalized pocket knife will keep your trucker covered in nearly any situation on the road. This serrated edge and durable construct make this knife one of the most highly valued gifts for truckers. And some community feedback is somebody received it as a gift and initially was quite pleased with its unique look given its connection to my new job driving big rigs. Upon handling it, I noticed it was extremely light, which was a positive, but the feel of it was a bit cheap and almost plastic-like. The blade itself bears more resemblance to low-end butter knife than a sturdy, reliable tool. Despite these drawbacks, I found some satisfaction in the aesthetic appeal and its symbolic relevance to my truck driving profession. When I showed it to my father, he was thrilled that he decided to keep it in his truck. So while this knife may not be the epitome of quality, it still carries a certain charm for those with a connection to big rig vehicles. I've not done any price checks on anything. I will be showing, but I mean, if interested, I can go back and kind of check the prices if you guys want to see the prices on these gifts. And this is the first of like 3 lists I have pulled up here. So if you want to check the price on them, we can. If not, I'm gonna keep rolling along here. And like I said, I said it's tech. A knife really isn't tech, but a knife is a valuable tool for any kind of driver. Going by the review here, it seems to be like this is a cheaper knife. Looking at the construction of it, it looks more like it wouldn't be a knife I would have. Yeah, it's $20. I'm not a big fan of serrated edges like that. I'd rather have more of a razor edge than a serrated edge. But I can see where serrated can come in handy. Serrated edges get caught in plastic a lot. That's why I don't really like them. $20, you ain't getting too much. Made in China. It doesn't even say what kind of steel it is. Can't really pop that one up. Yeah, and it does look a bit plasticky. Yeah, I wouldn't get a decent knife for like $40-50 if I was going to carry it every day. But we're going to close out of that. Funny, it got 4.5 stars on 178 ratings. So that's the first one. The second one, we have a portable food warmer. I would have never thought about saying this. Major issue for truckers is finding and keeping good food that is both healthy and nourishing. This practical portable food warmer is everything a long hauler could ask for in gifts for truck drivers. Once plugged in, the lightweight container warms up existing food and even heats refrigerated and frozen food in a matter of hours. One thing truck drivers have is hours. They can exchange fast food and meals gone cold into fresh and delicious nourishment on the road. Yeah, this is a fantastic idea. What's going on, Cons? Hey, Mercy, you rock. I appreciate that, man. Not as much as you rock, though. You out there doing your thing in DC, and I got to listen to your episode 2, and that was fantastic. Keep them rolling over there, man. A food warmer. Let's go over the community feedback before I give my little opinion on it. Community feedback on it. I've experienced firsthand the convenience and practicality of this portable food warmer, turning hours on the road into an opportunity for warm homemade meals. It's light, easy to use, and transform even refrigerator or frozen meals into satisfying nourishment, which is a real boon for someone like me who's constantly on the go. Now, my little 2 cents. Appreciate the, oh yeah, anytime, man. You guys keep killing it out there. I'll keep trying to do my part on this end. I'm actually gonna click on the picture because I want to kind of look at it. So I'm not, like, I see the convenience of it. I'm not exactly sure. Like, I ain't got a plug-in in my truck, so like big rig haulers, they would have the plug-ins and such like that. Um, it kind of looks poorly made. Uh, I can see where this would be appealing to people that would be driving, long haul, like 10, 12 hours out of state or away from stuff. Like, okay, what's going on, Hushy? Appreciate you being here, man. Um, when I did over the state line drives and like long hauls, like I not really long hauls in a big rig, but I did long hauls in a Sprinter van. It would have been convenient for more like that, um, especially if it works as advertised. Uh, because when you're out there and you're driving, and you really don't feel like stopping sometimes, so you want to have a hot meal and you got this ready to go. I can see that being like whatever they got made there. That almost looks delicious. Um, but let's put it on something else. Let's go back to the original picture. This does. This is some kind of tech, right? Because you might be missing from home, and you got like a home cooked meal, or something that you made before you left, and you know that you got this in your truck. It's gonna be good. Gonna be good to be able to warm it up as you're driving. That way, you got something to look forward to as you're driving. Maybe before you run out of hours, or maybe for the lunch break you want to take, you got yourself a hot meal. So yeah, this is I don't really like the construction of it because it's that cloth kind of cooler, and then you got like, man, I don't know about the construction of it, but the concept of it, I love the concept of it, and I'm sure there are better constructed coolers, warmers. Um, as for this one, I don't necessarily like the way it looks, but I do love the concept of it. Like, uh, yeah, as you're on the road, you want something hot to eat. You don't want to stop at a gas station, get some of that crazy fast food or some of that crazy like uh, gas station food. Like, a lot of them are doing a lot better. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and hate on them, man, because those. What's going on, bag boys? Glad you can make it. Uh, like fast food restaurants, or not restaurants, like the fast food in gas stations or truck stops, they're getting a lot better. Like, they're actually, like, at the pilot here in my hometown, they actually like cook the food up. Uh, for some of the things you get, they will actually go and cook it for you right there on the spot, or they're cooking it right there as you walking in. Like in the mornings, I don't really stop in too much, but I know that on the weekend, I go in there in the mornings. They're cooking up eggs in the back. They're cooking up the biscuits, the bacon, the sausage is being cooked right there, and then they put it like right there in front of you. Like, a lot of them are stepping up their food game, especially the truck stops. They're stepping up their food game to where it's not as as bad as it once was. Which I've heard stories. My dad was a trucker for 25 years, so I've heard stories about getting that cold piece of chicken, or that old burrito sitting there in the warming tray, and you have to sit on the toilet for the rest of the night. So having a portable warmer for your food, if you cooked at home, like say you're a vegetarian, you ain't gonna find nothing on the road that's vegetarian friendly, or whatever diet restriction you have friendly. This right here is a cold meatloaf, man. You don't want to get that cold meatloaf, that last slice of meatloaf that somebody may have made. Yeah, cold mac and cheese from KFC. You don't want none of that. So yeah, getting a portable food warmer is definitely a fantastic idea. I'm not a big fan of this one's construction. We're going to number 3, which is the trucker headset. Uh, it's funny sometimes, right? Uh, you can walk around with a hat on all the time, or with one of them little like earpieces in, and as soon as somebody walks in with one of something like this, similar to this, you know what they do for a living. They're one of two things. They're either a call center tech or they're a driver. And cold corn dogs from TA? Yeah, no thank you. But 9 times out of 10, you can guess one of two jobs if somebody's wearing something like this. A call center tech or a driver. And I'm gonna guess that 8 times out of those 9 times out of 10 that person is gonna be a driver. I actually used to have this same headset about 3 years back. But let's read what it says here. Reliable headset. Yeah, well, we're not even gonna go over that. Let's do the community feedback. Those are for the drivers. I got your driver bag, boy. In my experience, this wireless headset proves to be an incredibly useful tool, especially for truck drivers like myself. It effortlessly connects the two devices simultaneously, which is a real boon when I'm navigating with GPS and want to catch up with my family. This headset is not just about convenience, it's a reliable, long-lasting companion during my long hauls. It's not merely a creative gift idea for truckers, but also an essential gadget that helps us stay connected with our world. Trust me, once you've used this headset, you'll understand its value in our line of work. And he's right. It does connect to multiple devices. Like the one I had, I think I connected it to my work phone, my phone, and my tablet I was carrying around with me. So it connected to 3 devices. Real drivers use AirPods. Okay. If this is the same one, let's see if it's by the same people. Mine was by MPAL. I don't know if this is MPAL or not. It doesn't say. But I mean, for this one, $30, and I can tell you, like this is probably the updated version to the one I had. That thing would run like all week without needing to be charged. Like, and you could charge it in less than a day. You would put it on charge for like 2 hours, and it was ready to go for another week. But this one seems to be the updated one, the Bluetooth 5.0. I really enjoyed it, like that extra little pad in there and just like sticks behind your ear. And the call quality on it was amazing. You could hear clearly. People could hear you. I think the reason I got rid of mine, see, there we go. 27 hours of continuous talking time, 350 hours standby, extra boom mic with noise canceling, fully charged in 2 hours. The reason I had to get rid of mine is I think I got caught in the rain, and it got super soaked in the mic, and it after that, like it's not waterproof, for sure. It's not waterproof. So if you plan on being out in the rain, don't get something like this. You want one of them AirPods that Bag Boys is talking about, cause yeah. But yeah, mine actually connected to more than 2 devices, so it was a fantastic little headset, man. And actually looking at it, I need to get me a new one sometime or another. But yeah, man, getting you a good headset and this line of work, there's really nothing to that. Like, that's almost the essential of the essentials. Because if you hook it up to your phone, you're using your GPS over the phone, it'll read the directions out to you. If you're on the phone with somebody while connected to the GPS, mine beeps at me. It'll be like ding ding. I've washed my AirPod Pros multiple times. They still work. Yeah, hardly. But washer and dryer both. Well, that's probably why they still work. You do that again, I bet you the electronics is gonna just go out on you. But yeah, having a good headset. Other than truckers and call centers, I would say that anybody that kind of works in an office would actually benefit to having it doesn't necessarily have to be an over the air. They would benefit from having some kind of Bluetooth communication with their personal phone, because you're not distracted, you're not having to look at your phone, you can hear whatever's going on, you can and you get one free ear to hear around the office as well. So Bluetooth like this, it'd be all right. Like, it's probably not going to have the best sound quality if you're trying to listen to music on it because you only got the one ear, so that makes it kind of like monotone. But as for phone calls, anything like that, that is an extremely comfortable headset. That is a fantastic headset, in my opinion. Like I said, I've had one before. The next one, a fidget pin. I have no idea about fidget pins, man. Uh, I'm not even sure what they could be used for, like other than what it says, fidgeting around. I really don't like this being on the trucker gadget kind of thing. But I guess what in the hell? I'm not trying to sign up for anything. Leave me alone. I was just trying to look at this thing. Uh, let's get out of here. Let's just read about it because I have no idea about it. You know, a trucker who spends their time in a big rig trying not to fidget in their seat after 20 hours. The fidget pin is both a funny and unique mechanical pin that is ready made for truckers. They can busy their hands with the 14-part unlocking mechanism that will keep their mind occupied and entertained. I love how you gave them a pin as complex and special as they are. 14-part? Why the hell would you want a 14-part locking mechanism on a pen? Do you have to be a truck driver to have the knife? No, no. You can get that. You can get that knife I was showing you guys. No, it's like a $20 on Amazon. I mean, if you're just into knives, like again, I'm not a fan of how this one looks. You can see that it's kind of like poorly made. Well, and they're not telling you what kind of steel they're using on it. And honestly, I'm not a fan of serrated edges like that. Because I'd rather have a clean cut, so I'd rather have this razor blade type blade all the way down. Because every knife I've used on any kind of plastic or something, just when the serrated edges get dull, they get stuck in a lot of things, and if it's harder to sharpen the serrated edges. So if you got like a razor edge all the way down, it's easier to sharpen. It won't get stuck in plastic as easy. But yeah, this is on Amazon for like $20. This knife is. Yeah, there you go. So there's the knife. It just says it's personalized gifts for Father's Day for badass truck drivers. Yada yada. That's like that engraving. You can customize that. So yeah, you don't have to be a truck driver to have the knife. Where were we at? We were down here at the fidget pin that I was about to go off about because it's okay. If you fidget a lot, and I kind of do, Garmin Diesel 200 is the best for $400. The best headset, and the 4-in-1 pre-trip tool. I think it might be on one of these lists, to be honest. I guess if you're a trucker that fidgets a lot, like I kind of do, and I'm a vapor, I'm a smoker, so I'm using at least both of my hands all the time, most of the day. Um, yeah, for them, maybe, but it looks like a cheaply made pen as well. Like that's more of like a gag novelty gift than it is like a serious writing tool. The fifth wheel puller's been saving backs for ages. I'm sure it has been. Let's keep on rolling here. We got a portable shower. Um, yeah, portable shower would be one of those things that if you're a long haul driver, that would be like it's nothing to find like a Pilot or Flying J's or a Love's or something like that off most interstate exits that you can pull over and grab you one. But in case you're in one of those like boony places, like out in the outskirts, like nothing for miles other than road, uh, then yeah, I could see this being a thing you would want to keep clean if it's been like a day or so. I mean, honestly, I would just map my route around places that have showers. That way, and like a lot of truck driver companies, like a lot of big rig companies now, they have like a fleet card, and they have like a preferred place that you would stop to get your fuel. And most of those truck stops now, places like that, they have the showers in the back. And what was it, a couple of years back, our shower went out, and it was the middle of winter, so I wasn't about to change no pipes and stuff out in the middle of winter. The showers were like $12 a pop. So I mean, if you got $12 and you need a shower somewhere, find you a Flying J's or a Pilot somewhere credible, somewhere with plenty of lighting. That way you don't run the risk of getting mugged or something like that. It's a good idea if you're in a rush. A bad idea if you have a chance to pull over. Com data cards. I haven't seen anything about that. Another thing, not really tech, sunglasses, man. Bag boys, you can attest to this. Anybody that's driven a car can attest to this. When that sun glare gets in your eye, uh, 50 gallons of fuel, get you a shower and co-shower for free. Nice. That's on the com data cards. And back to the sunglasses. Like, you don't have to have Nordstrom sunglasses, right? You just have to have you a good set. Because when that sun glares in your eye and you're riding down the road, and anybody that drives know this, you ain't gonna be able to see a thing for a good second or two. And if you got those glasses on, you don't wear sunglasses, man, you ain't gonna be able to see a thing but that sun glaring off your mirror in your eye. Or if you're going towards, like, in the direction the sun is sitting, that sun sitting there beating down on you. Any truck stop, any car, okay, you're gonna want those pair of sunglasses. Like, I'm not sure why Bag Boys doesn't wear sunglasses. Here's the multi-tool. But yeah, any good decent pair of sunglasses, like $20, maybe even some of the $10 ones. Like, as long as it keeps that glare at you out, you use the good old visor. Yeah. Yeah, the sun visor does the same thing, but you're not carrying the sun visor around with you. But you're gonna wear the sunglasses out in the sun. Like, you just might as well use the sunglasses at that point. You can't carry that visor around with you. But yeah, anybody that drives knows. That sun getting in your eye, that makes it dangerous for you, makes it dangerous for people around you, especially if you can't see anything. Like, if somebody like suddenly hit their brakes in front of you at the same time that sun glares in your eye, it might be game over for your car. The multi-tool. I'm not real sure. Tough job requires tough tools, and tough tools make the best gifts for truck drivers. More versatile than other gadgets, this multi-tool is part axe, part wrench, part hammer, part nail puller, tire chain hook, a pry bar, and a lever. Your truck driver will have all the help they need when faced with an accident, roadblock, tow truck, inclement weather, and more. Plus, the tool looks pretty cool in the truck cab toolbox. Yeah, I mean, that ain't bad looking. I don't know about the whole axe part. Like, I don't know why I would use an axe on the road. Let's see if I can think of any kind of reason I would like. Everything else other than the axe, I've needed a wrench, I've needed a hammer, I've needed a nail puller, tire chain, hook, pry bar, and a lever. I've needed all of those, but the axe, I've not run into any reason to need an axe. I'm gonna sit here trying to think of why I would need an axe while I'm driving, right? Or in my truck at all. Honestly, I can't think of any reason I would need an axe in my truck. Yeah, there's no reason to have the axe, but everything else, most truck drivers are they're pretty handy when it comes to the tools. So we definitely have the tools. I know I got like 5 toolboxes here at my house. So I have those kind of tools on me most of the time, anyways. I have a toolbox for my truck that I've just recently brought into my porch, and I need to get it back into my truck. I need to take it back to work with me. But I've got a hammer in my truck. I think there's a military tradition. I got you. That makes sense then. Uh, yeah, I got a toolbox for my truck. I got like I said, 3 or 4 here at the house. So if my toolbox in the truck doesn't have one of these, and it can wait a little bit, I can always get back to the house and get the tool that I need. Um, so most truck drivers are pretty decent with their hands. They know the value of a tool that can do all of this. But separately, we should, or I do. I'm not saying every driver should, but it would be a good idea to have you a toolbox for your truck, anyways, just in case something down the road goes like if your belt comes off, you ain't gotta wait around to get to working on it. I know a lot of truck companies will rather have their mechanics come out and do all the work on it, but if you can get it off for them before the mechanic gets there, that's gonna make your day go by a little bit faster, and you won't have to sit there and be bored and waiting on the mechanic. Uh, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip past this here. A vacuum cleaner, yes, a vacuum cleaner is always good for your truck. You might not have the room for one, or you can just sweep it out at the end of the week like I do. So yes, good idea. Not sure what you would do with it if you're starting to pile it up with all these other things. Uh, a front seat organizer, definitely a useful little thing in your car. Uh, my truck has a captain seat and a bench seat, so I don't have necessity for a front seat organizer in my truck. Memory foam sleep mask. I'm not a long haul driver, so I don't see the reasoning in that. That and a lot of the sleeper cabs, they have these curtains that they pull anyways. So, and they're pretty dark. They keep the cab pretty dark, from what I've heard. So, uh, let's keep rolling past that. I'm not gonna cover too many things. And I don't know why this showing is the front seat organizer, but it says a fire resistant lockbox. Yes, uh, local, hot shots, over the road, a fireproof lockbox. Fantastic idea. If you have important things such as insurance registration in that lockbox, truck information, uh, it would definitely save you a little bit of time if something were to happen. Say you have an accident, the truck catches on fire. Hopefully this lockbox, since I can't really see it and look at it, hopefully that lockbox will keep your documents intact, like your DOT physicals, like that, stuff like that. I would leave in the lockbox in the truck. First aid kits, that is a fantastic idea everywhere. I know I'm going a little bit faster on these. I'm noticing that I'm cutting through a lot of time on these. A car urinal bottle, no. Just no. Uh, it, how can I say this without being crude, rude, or offending somebody? Um, it's one of those things, right? You gotta be willing to drive while you're taking a leak. And my dad was, like I said, he was an over-road truck driver, so yes, he was notorious for using like Coke liter bottles as a urinal while he was driving. Like he was that kind of driver. He was like the old school, not gonna stop kind of driver before they put all these restrictions and stuff like in place, like the amount of hours you could go while you're driving before you have to stop, before they make you stop, pretty much. Uh, Now, 2023, as I was referring to earlier, you have plenty of chances to pull over and go to a restroom. Urinal bottle uh, now would kind of it would be one of those things that it's not quite hygienic to keep with you. Bottles of piss. Then again, this could be like a novelty item. There's no product found for it at all. Uh, funniest novelties for any truck driver who has been stuck behind the wheel having to go more times than they might care to admit. However, have faith in your funny trucker gift. After all, once laughter has subsided and the smiles have ceased, they will remember this gift and use it during, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's more of a novelty at this point because it was one of those things that, drivers could just drive. Like, they could just drive without having to stop and, having a urine bottle is one of those things that would keep them able to keep going. Travel duffel bag, yeah, sure. Tumbler mug, custom, and why not? At least you know you wouldn't like lose your tumbler to somebody. Cell phone holders, yes. Uh, I don't necessarily use one because I just toss my phone in my bench seat and let it ride. Uh, but for the folks that have like tablets and stuff like that they have to keep track of and use their GPS on their phones, yeah, I can see that being a big thing. Especially if you don't have the Bluetooth that reads the directions to you. An orthopedic foam cushion. I've heard a lot, and you guys can look this up for yourself. This is the Walmart brand apparently. Um, I've heard that a lot of long haul drivers complain about their lower backs and uh, their derriere is not feeling the greatest after a long day's work. This one is supposed to be good for backs, hips, and glutes. Uh, Memory foam can prevent long-term discomfort, protect the tailbone, and avoid serious bouts with sciatica. The trucker will thank you for caring about his backside. So these, I've looked at them myself, but seeing as mostly what I do now is local, so I'm in and out of the truck. I don't really sit too long, but I think like the longest drives I've had has been 4 or 5 hours at a time. And even on those, I stop and get out the truck for a few moments. That way, I'm not just sitting for those 4 or 5 hours. That would be more useful to me here at the house doing this kind of stuff with you guys and making sure that everything looks kind of presentable. Um, but as far as truckers, yes, I can see this being a huge, huge difference in their seat. It's something they would have to get used to if they didn't use one. Beck Boys could probably use one. I know he drives a little bit longer each day than I do. Let's move on down. An LED flashlight, a good flashlight. It doesn't necessarily have to be an LED, even though so far those have been some of the better ones I've tried. A good flashlight, not necessarily LED. As long as it's a good flashlight, and you get to like your stop in the middle of the night, and you want to just make sure that your seals and everything are good. Check the truck over, check the tires, check the tread, check your fluids. And then go and take your nap. A good flashlight is always going to be, up there on my list of things that probably should be in the truck. Almost up there with the flares for the roadside flares. A trucker coloring book. I'm not even going to cover that. That's no. Dual dash cams. Yes. Why dual dash cams? Why dual dash cams? Let's see how this one looks. It's got like a little phone holder to it or a GPS holder. I'm not really sure why it would need dual on the front. Maybe this is for more or less like companies. You can see the road and see the driver and make sure they aren't distracted. But let's see what it says about it. Using a dash cam can come in handy for passenger vehicles and professional drivers, but the benefits of giving a dash cam gift to the trucker are even more obvious. Not only can they record and view the front and back angles of the vehicle, but they have another manner in which to view the road with night vision. They will feel like the pilot of a starship with this dash cam on board. Okay, so this one apparently has some night vision to it, so that's kind of cool. I don't know why they would say the back angles of the vehicle, because when you're in a rig, right, you're not going to see past the cab from the inside. You would probably need multiple cameras to cover the angles you would need to see in a truck. But as far as this one, sounds like it comes with like a night vision mode, which that sounds, admittedly, that sounds pretty cool. Uh, and dash cams, they've helped truckers out a lot lately. Like, cause you get those folks that, they think they can get out there and act a fool in front of you, slam their brakes on you, and swerve in front of you, turn without using their signals. Uh, just act like a bunch of complete morons out there on the roads. Like, and that's not even just tourist truck. I mean, there's a lot more drivers now, and I don't think every one of them has deserved their license. And there's a few folks that probably deserve better licenses. Uh, but more or less, you're gonna find that person that either doesn't deserve their license or has some kind of problem with somebody on the road at the moment. That's gonna drive like an idiot. That's gonna get in somebody's way. I see it every morning, man. Like a 20-minute drive in the morning from my hub to where I went to this morning. What was supposed to have been a 20-minute drive turned into like a 45-minute drive. 45-minute drive to an hour because somebody didn't know either how to drive or they had a damn problem and they were in an accident. Sometimes yes, you can blame the truckers. A lot of times though, it's because I feel people don't respect the vehicle itself. That has nothing to do with the driver, right? It has everything to do with the vehicle itself. Those vehicles can carry the 53 footers. They can carry up to 80,000 pounds. And that's what 40 tons. So if that truck is fully loaded and he's just going down the highway minding his own business, and that's not counting how much the cab itself weighs. I'm just talking about the trailer. The trailer can hold 40,000 pounds. I believe the cabs are like another, I want to say 8 to 10,000 pounds. Or maybe I think it's 80,000 pounds, 40 tons, and the cab is like 8 to 10,000 more pounds. So this guy's going down the road. Maybe he's been driving for like 12, 13 hours. Like, yeah, let's say 12, 13 hours. Maybe let's give him 9 hours. He's been driving 9 hours straight, been on the road. He's getting a little bit weary, but he can still drive, right? Because he's still within that time limit to be driving. They say it's easier to stop a loaded truck, which it is, but it's still not an easy feat to do. You still got that 80,000 pounds worth of stuff on your back that you got to slow down as well. And if somebody hits you with that 80,000 pounds, it's never going to be pretty. People need to start using common sense. They need to start watching what's going on, and they need to respect not the driver, the vehicle. The vehicle is what's going to hurt you. The driver is not going to mean to unless you done pissed them off. And you really don't want to be pissing off truck drivers. They can give you more than maybe what you've heard in your lifetime. They can give you a cussing and a half. I know my dad used to be able to do something like that. He never done it to me, but he could get angry. And you didn't want to hear his mouth when he got angry. The cooler warmer, we kind of covered the warmer side earlier. Yes, a plug-in cooler one. Like that one looks like it's better constructed. So yeah, I mean, cooler warmers, fantastic ideas. A mobile coffee maker, good for your long haul drivers, people that actually have time to sit around and make their own coffee, because you ain't gonna make that while you're going down the road. So yeah, good for long haul drivers, people that have time to do that, and if they like coffee. Let's keep rolling here. Heated shiatsu massage belt. What is that supposed to be? Sore muscles, pinch nerves, come with the job, bring a little comfort. What is this supposed to be? Around the shoulders, necks, or anywhere a truck driver needs it. Okay. So a massaging belt. Maybe for the folks that have time to sit around. Good watch, always a good thing to have. You want to keep up with your time. I'm not going to go over watches because that can be a different video. U.S. landmarks scratch-off poster. 75 iconic U.S. landmarks. That would be that's like a little, uh, that's not really tech. It's more of a like, oh, I've been here, here, and here, and yeah, it'd be kind of fun to do. Kind of keep your mind off, you like the mental rest you might need. Uh, and think about all the cool stuff we actually see over. If we've had a bad day, it'd be kind of cool to get your mind off of, maybe some parts of the bad day. You sit back and reminisce of all the places you've been. Kind of cool idea. A GPS tracker, which is, what's this one supposed to do? Auto brain. This tracker is like having a second brain inside the truck and connects to the diagnostic ports. Beyond having access to safety alerts and roadside assistance in the nick of time, truck drivers will have all the necessary tools at their fingertips, including trip reports and more. Any trucker with the road in front of them will utilize this top choice and essentials that will help them get to their destination safely. That'd be kind of cool. It might be able to look up like codes and stuff if something pops up. Having your trip reports would be really good all in one spot, but I believe the ELDs are supposed to do that as well, are they not? Because if they're not, then this might actually be something worth looking into, because it looks like it's got kind of like everything right there for you, like a GPS that shows you your car finder, remote diagnostics. It's only $10 a month. Free activation, no contract. Real-time GPS tracking trip reports. I would like to see one of the trip reports here. Hard brakes, hard excels. It tells you all of that. That's kind of fuel and battery levels. There we go. Select assistance needed. Engine code reader and auto brain mechanic helpline. Okay. It's just tire change. You can put in the description of the things you need. Okay, so that was this one. Tire change like that tows up to 15 miles. Battery jump start and fuel delivery. I wonder if that 4 service calls per year included. Okay. A crash response. When AutoBrain detects a crash, emergency responders can be dispatched to your vehicle's exact location. Okay. 2020 National Parenting Product Awards winner. Huh. That's less than $40 and it does all this for you? That's almost as good as OnStar. Probably better than OnStar. AutoBrain. It gives you a score on your drive and how long it took you to drive for 1 mile and the fuel cost for that trip. Okay. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I might actually look more into that myself personally. Yeah, that's going to be something I'm going to look into. Okay. Electric hot plate, again, good for long haul drivers and people that drive over the road long times, like, and they don't feel like, and I've seen some drivers get out of their trucks and actually go grocery shopping. So maybe they got a fridge in their truck and they're keeping food in there, and maybe they want to cook it while they're sitting still somewhere. Emergency underpants. A driver with a great sense of humor, and they will absolutely love this novelty gag gift of a set 3 emergency underpants in a can. In a can. Whether they keep the can of survival skivvies on the dashboard and think of you fondly, or actually decide to use one someday, the underwear in a can is that would be kind of funny. Clipboards. Every truck needs those. That one actually looks like it's got like a little pen holder to it. Very nice. I like that. Interstate exit highway guide. You can look up, your stops, your gas stations. Even looks like the trucker in your life direction the old-fashioned way. This guide the interstate highways will keep them on the road from start to finish. So it's supposed to help you when you run out of like service, which can happen. I mean, we still got some problems with service around here, so yeah, that would be a decent idea, unless the trucker is a seasoned trucker. Like if you know a new trucker, yeah, give them something like that. Work gloves, like a lot of truckers use work gloves. I don't. Uh, it's just one of those things. A trucker keychain, not necessarily a tech or even a necessity. A drying towel, I can see those being useful on like rainy days. You roll down your window to, wipe your mirrors down. That's what I would use one for. Healthy snacks care package, not necessarily a necessity because you can buy these yourself. But probably a cool little gift idea for if you know a trucker in your life. And a fire extinguisher kit. Yep. I agree with that one as well. Let's go to our next one. 37. 37. Uh-oh. 37 of them. We are going to start with the steering wheel tray attachment. Again, those are better for folks that have time to sit around, not driving their vehicle. They can put their laptop, they can put like a tray of food on there, their drink. But most trucks have like a cup holder. The trucks I've been in have like a cup holder right in this area. So that's not necessary. As far as I said, as far as I'm concerned, that's good for like just your food and your laptop. Heads up display, hands-free driving. Like this could be really useful. Like I know a lot of the newer personal vehicles have some kind of like heads-up display like that. Who is it that has one? I think Cadillac has one right now. And it's kind of cool because you don't even have to kind of like even look down at your speedometer or gas gauge or anything. All that kind of info is like right up here. So yeah, those are the little nifty things. Portable stove. I'm not going to go over any more of those. Orthopedic memory foam and lumbar support pillows. Again, anti-sleep alarm for drivers. One of the most dangerous parts of long-haul trucking is the risk of falling asleep on the road. Save a life with the anti-sleep alarm for drivers. This alarm detects drowsiness and fatigue before it starts and sounds an alert to warn the driver it might be time to stop. Yeah, I can see that being kind of useful. Like if you're like a real long-haul driver. The risk of falling asleep after like a bad night or whatnot, yeah, that could be useful. Portable self-contained toilet, no, just stop and use the restroom. Mini fridge, I believe a lot of the rigs have their own mini fridge or have a spot for them, so yes. These are more like vehicles. A big rig's not going to have a rear view mirror because again you're not going to be able to see through the cab. So these are more personal vehicles. Personalized mud flaps. It's a good gift idea. Thank you. The extractor life-saving tool all in one. It's like a window breaker, wrench, seatbelt cutter, for some reason a ruler. I'm not sure I understand why there need to be a ruler on it. Maybe it looks like it clips to the sun visor, so yeah, that could be useful for drivers. Another front seat organizer, a 4-in-1 hanging toiletry bag. The fact that it rolls up would probably be the biggest thing I would look at. It saves space in the cab. Portable clipboard case. They're all kind of portable if you choose to. Emergency portable urinal. No. Again, a keychain. Not really tech. Personalized Simpsons portrait. That would be kind of fun. That would definitely be kind of fun to get one of your trucker friends one of these. Wide angle dashboard again. We already went on the cameras. We went over vacuums. The tactical wallet. I just use a normal wallet. Some of us don't even use a wallet. Wireless phone chargers. The snack package again. A trash can. Yes. Like these are more like gifts. Yeah, gifts for truck drivers. See that would be kind of fun there, driving NASCAR race car experience. There's the multi-tool again. A plug-in heated travel mug. Those are good if you like your coffee hot and not kind of cooled down by the day or by the time you make it to your truck. A funny little mug again. A heated throw blanket, yes. If you're like a long haul driver, it has to stay in the mountains. These are probably lifesavers at that point. LED road flares, yes. Like I think I like these more than like normal flares because how long do they last? Comes with 9 different flashing modes to alert other motorists. I imagine it comes with the triangles in there as well. Maybe not. Maybe it just comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flares. So yeah, I like these more than I like normal triangles and flares. Definitely better for night. But as long as you got them, you got them. It's gonna help you out either way. Another keychain. A one-time use gas can. That's more of like your personal vehicles, because if you, huh?
A reading lamp.
A reading lamp. Yeah. Yeah. If you run out of fuel in a big rig, you're gonna have just a bad rest of the day. So there's no use in carrying a one-time use gas can in a rig. Dip clip condiment holder, more of a novelty type thing. Customizable logo trucker hat. Solar powered. I've already covered like 2 lunchbox type deals. Aromatherapy oil diffuser. Just kind of, and again that looks more like a personal vehicle. Work gloves, sunglasses, a roll-up memory foam mattress. That's good for like team drivers and whatnot. People that gotta switch out their trucks. Scrub a portable washing machine bag. Alright. Medium loads. Gets machine quality results in only 3 minutes. I'm not. Yeah, I mean. Back boys can probably speak to more about this, because could you imagine being on the road for like a month and you ain't got no clean clothes? Yeah, that could be one of the things that makes you happy you took it, if you got those real long loads and you don't get to come home in like a month. So that could be one of those things that the OTR drivers would know more about than I would. An espresso machine, again, somebody that has time to kind of sit there and make an espresso. First aid kit. Sun visor organizer, yes, that would help you keep like he's got there. Your pins, your if you need like passports or a map just in case, and keep some vital information there. Maybe you put your bills up there. Edible chocolate tools, again, that's chocolate tools. It's not really a tech. It's just I would think that would be more towards like the mechanic kind of person, because it's tools, not. And again, like I said, mechanics, truckers, they're kind of almost in the same kind of way as they know what they're doing with their hands when it comes to doing stuff on a truck. Boot cleaner. better suited for at home, or maybe on the bottom step of your trailer or steps on your truck. If you felt like getting one, yeah, sure they can help keep your truck clean, but not really a tech thing. Scratch off maps, again, another little novelty thing that you can scratch off where you've been at. Another little coffee mug. Quick dry microfiber towels, yes. Seat gap filler catcher, not for a truck. Those gaps are going to be a bit too big. And Timberland work boots, doesn't necessarily have to be Timberland, just as long as they're steel toe or composite toe. I can't tell you how many times my steel toes have actually saved my toes themselves, because I be tossing some skids, and sometimes they won't go far enough, and they land on my steel toes. So, and one time I had this one delivery out to a military outpost in Nashville, and I don't know what dude was doing or why he even done it, but he decided to, because he had to pick it up from the ground on the tow motor, and I pushed it up to the edge of the truck with a pallet jack. And I don't know what he was on, but he came in hauling ass into that skid, and he went through my boot. Luckily, I had steel toes on at that time too. If I wouldn't have had those steel toes, the fork on that tow motor would have crushed my entire right foot. Like from the toes up, they would crush my entire toe, like all 5 of the toes on that right foot. Anything as long as it has some kind of toe protection, oil slip resistant. Those are going to be the main 2 concerns I'm going to look at when buying any kind of boots. Again, it doesn't have to be Timberland. As long as it's oil resistant, slip resistant, steel toed, I'm going to at least look at them. Flaviar Whiskey Club, I don't know why that would be a thing. Snap safe, vehicle safe. Okay, so it's like a little safe. Okay, so again, if it's fire resistant, possibly. A safe in your truck is going to help you out if you're an OTR driver. Let's see here, an Audible book membership. I can see that being a thing, because if I'm not on the phone with somebody while I'm driving, I've got it on YouTube and I'm listening. So like an Audible audio book membership, if you can find like some free Audible books, if that's your thing, go ahead, go with it. Some people don't like it; they'll just listen to the radio, or they'll just drive in silence. Like I said, my thing is more of being on YouTube and listening to YouTube as I'm driving. A Bluetooth headset, we already went over those. I don't like the idea of driving gloves. Like they just look thin. They don't look like they would be comfortable to wear. This is my opinion on that. Those are ugly looking too. Sirius XM satellite streaming radio. If you're a big radio person, yeah, why not? Get your live updates on your maybe on your weather. If you go to multiple states a day, you can keep a track of your weather and keep track with whatever you want to, radio wise on that. You don't have to have a hat. Multi-tool, yeah, I can see where those can come in handy. I've needed, the flathead, the Phillips head, and the pliers before, and I always got a knife on me somewhere. I haven't really needed scissors too often, or a can opener, or a file, or I'm not even sure which one this one is. An LED headlamp, any kind of flashlight really, but this keeps your hands free, and you can work on something that you're looking at fairly easy with those. So yeah, maybe another rumbler or tumbler. Garmin GPS, it doesn't necessarily have to be Garmin, but a good GPS is always up there. Over the top DVD, park yourself in an armchair and bring the rig to your living room with Over the Top on DVD. Sylvester Stallone stars in this action drama that'll fuel your family's excitement about trucking from start to finish. I've never seen it. And those are the gifts ideas on this one. This one is just the best-selling gadgets on sale. Not necessarily trucker tech, so we can just kind of skim through this one real quick. Self-washing sheets. I don't get that. The Core 2, a low-cost stick that finds all your photos and saves them. Total relaxation in 10 minutes. That must be like a massage. Eliminate tooth plaque without going to the dentist. Calculus and plaque remover. I guess a pick. Sono Shine. New rule lets you get these special hearing aids for less than 100 or so hearing aids. Most advanced golf tee. Could buy the dirty toothbrushes like a toothbrush sanitizer holder. Yeah, I can see that being a thing that you would want. Anybody would want. LED light strips. That massager again. The no pressure washer that won't cost me. Jesus. The no pressure pressure washer that won't cost an arm and a leg. I think I've seen that. You just kind of hook it up to your hose, your garden hose, and it makes like a little pressure washer out of it. As you can see, it's not really like all that big, so you're gonna be spending quite a bit of time. Whoever's doing that is gonna be spending quite a bit of time doing that. Battery powered pump inflates tires on cars and bikes, but not trucks. Australian made device cleans your lungs and increases lung capacity, great for asthma and viruses. Blissey, the silk, kind of like silk pillowcases. What are they really made of? Cotton. Blissey is an ultra soft, naturally hypoallergenic and resist absorption. Is made from the 100% pure mulberry silk to give you better sleep and a healthier appearance. I'm not sure if that's worked. I've never seen a review. I've never. Oh, this is that. When the Heimlich don't move, you use this thing. It's what the fuck was it called? It's kind of like a vacuum. You put it over somebody's face and pump it a few times, and it's supposed to keep them life vac. I think I've done something on that before. A drone that flies up to 30 miles an hour and takes HD video and photos. It's cool for like vacations and your photographer fans or your aspiring photographers. That'd be kind of nice. Digitize all your old photos and videos, protecting them forever. What is this supposed to be? Nicole Kidman calls the skin cream her favorite product. I'm not really a fan of skin creams, and it doesn't even really show what it is. Like, this video is grainy. Like, what is up with that? Maybe they're just blurring out the product name. Mosquito zapper, LED lights, and an electric coil to zap. Ultimate cleaning tool that scrubs for you. Like I said, these are just kind of like gadgets. This is probably that thing that makes you not think. Metronome light, scientifically designed to block out overactive thought patterns. Yeah, I've covered that before. Why many are snapping up this $90 mini air cooler? I got miniature air conditioning. You've heard my thoughts on those. Is that? Yeah, the Kalo. I've done one on Kalo. What is this? Oh, so it's like the Rigid wallet. What a great idea that I wish I thought of. I'm still blown away that the angle is adjustable like that. Pocket tripod is the world's smallest, fully functional phone stand. It keeps your phone steady at any angle, and it's the size of a credit card, so it's portable. Yeah, I guess that would be alright. Pineapple grenade washes your clothes 200 times, and it's cheap and natural. 200 times. Do not buy more laundry detergent. Get 200 plus loads of laundry with this one pineapple grenade. It's a simple product that stays in your washing machine when water runs through it. It uses its nano silver infused ceramic beads. This is antimicrobial and it kills odors. Traditional detergents contain harmful chemicals. These chemicals can burn the skin, provoke allergic reactions, and seep into your septic tank or the environment. This option may be gentler on you and your clothes. Maybe.
No, give me that. Are you going?
I'm not sure about that one. Like, it sounds like a good idea, but I wouldn't know unless I tried it. Walk-in tubs, but I'm not gonna go over walk-in tubs. What in the hell? Helps your body breathe through your nose and stop snoring in one night. John Hopkins doctor invented this device because of the vital health benefits of breathing through your nose. If you snore, chances are you have a nasal obstruction. Nasal obstructions often leads to sleep apnea, decreased blood oxygen levels, heart disease, high blood pressure, and more. There's this little innovation that's practically invisible and comfortable. The Hale breathing aid quickly expands your nostrils, allowing you to breathe easier and sleep better. Its unique shape gently opens your nostrils. Wake up in the morning feeling refreshed and alert with the Hale breathing aid. Huh. I don't know about that. Keeps glasses crystal clear without cloth. Oh, okay. Compact fire extinguisher. Fire extinguishers in any size are a good idea, just as long as you make sure you're using the right kind of extinguisher. Restores damaged rough skin. Blossom Essentials Hydration and Repair Honey Salve. Innovative pet trainer corrects bad behavior. We're not going over pet tech. Dentist recommended device can stop snoring. Oh man, the most flexible and portable drill you'll ever use. I don't know if I would trust that to replace a drill. Like, it looks just too small to be used for big jobs. For those with stubborn knee pain, like drivers can get some pain, man. So here's something for those. If you want to beat joint pain, you must keep moving. Braces. But when you're suffering from aches and pains and stiffness, movement is the last thing on your mind. So what's the solution? You need to keep moving and staying active as much as you don't want to. I made these knee sleeves to provide an all-natural option to help ease the stubborn pain, says Caresoles founder Thomas Blumel. This brace is long, and with motion it stays up. It also has a cross strap to help it stay up. You can have it on all day and forget it was even there. It's comfortable and great option for pain relief. Okay. Portable sticker maker. The thinnest phone charger you'll ever see. Okay. Sharp Japanese knife is taken. I think I've seen this. Yeah, that looks crazy. Give new life to old computers in minutes. I don't believe that kind of stuff either. Never buy new appliances again with this plan. On this new plan, get $50 off 1 month free in case the appliance breaks down local. What is this supposed to be? Like, I don't get it. Like, why is it showing the dishwasher? Okay. Keep your microwave clean and get better tasting leftovers. What in the hell? Oh, okay. Covers your food. I got you. Strong Wi-Fi coverage for large homes. I think it's pretty much going to be it for this kind of thing. Virus removal. Yeah, they'll probably put a virus on your PC. Get your near studio quality lighting for Zoom meetings and TikToks. Like a Halo ring. Unless you're wearing glasses, people are going to be able to see it. Maybe. Like, I think my lighting's alright, and I'm sitting like halfway across the room from my light, so. The ultimate 5-in-1 barbecue and kitchen tool for grillers. So it's got a knife, it's got a bottle opener, a spatula, and what else? It's a spatula, knife, bottle opener, bread cutter, a grater. That'd be kind of fun. the ups and downs of a padded seat and no pad. Air purifier saves you money by being filterless. Okay. Skip the grocery store with the wild. Skip the grocery store with direct to consumer wild caught fish. Yeah, this could be good for uh, people on my kind of diet. Like I eat, I'm doing the keto, and I like fish, but I don't like the packaged fish. Like I would rather have it like how am I trying to say? I'd rather have it fresher. Like I'd rather find it, fresher. But the fish you find in stores now, like the prices on them are going like absolutely insane. They're like up and down, like up and down, up and down, and then it's never really except for catfish. I've seen catfish like catfish nuggets like down like $10 or so, and everything else. Tilapia's even hit like $8 for like a small bag for it. And I would definitely be into something like this. Uh, the Wild Alaskan Company. I'm not sure if I've heard of them or not. That's another thing I may look into there. Make some an acne spray. And let's just do this one. A TENS unit, huh? A push button pen relieves pain using TENS. Arthritic hands use it too. I'm not going no more than 50. I'm just gonna call it there on going through the list. Um, so yeah, there was the 3 list. 2 of them were supposed to be specifically for truckers' gifts. There was less tech than I was hoping for, so I'm gonna actually jump out of here. Turn that off so you guys can see me again. We went over some tech, but there's a few things that we missed out on, like the rear view, the mirrors on the side being like cameras instead of mirrors. So you actually, I think it would be a little safer to have them as cameras because you get to kind of see everything on the display. I would imagine it's a heads-up display, instead of having to look and then look and look again, and then somebody's in your blind spot and you still don't see them. Some backup cameras would be nice for trailers, but because I'm not even sure where I'm trying to go with that one. The backup cameras to hook up to, I guess, like when you hook your truck up to the trailer, I guess it would kind of automatically sync to your heads-up display. I'm not sure how that would work, but those would be good ideas. Having like I'm on the phone with Bag Boys almost all the time, so I hear his alarms going off more than I care to listen to be honest. And that's there we go. Let's fix that a little bit, maybe. No, okay. But yeah, trucker tech. I mean, it's come a long way. Like we got the cameras now. We got the heads-up displays. We got the alarms that tell us when people are in our spots and we can't see them. And it little by little, there are more restrictions than there have been, but there's also more tech involved with driving than there has been. You got the automatic transmissions now. They're actually kind of holding up, doing the job that the former manuals would have to do. And we're getting safer all the way around, but we still kind of rely on everybody else knowing how to drive. We're getting automatic brakes in cars now, which makes it safer for neighborhoods and people that drive normal cars. Doesn't necessarily make it any safer for anybody in a big rig, because if that car, like if the sensor on that car's automatic braking picks up something and it breaks in front of us, we're still going to have to react. I don't think we have automatic braking yet. There may be some models that do, but the majority of us don't have the automatic braking. We're still relying on visually seeing, reaction time versus We need auto phone shut down while going over 5. Auto phone shut down while going over 5 miles per hour. Yeah, I don't think that's ever really gonna happen. It might one day. Um, because if it were to shut down and you're going over 5 mile an hour, you got to worry about, if your dispatcher tries to call you because the load's been canceled or something like that. There's always going to be some kind of distraction while we're driving. If it's dispatch, an emergency, the boss calls, the significant other calls with an emergency. Uh, there's always going to be something that's going to keep us kind of distracted. Phone calls would be okay. Like if it shut down messaging, that would be alright. Because then, people wouldn't be looking at their phones for a message. Like you have to call me now. We're on the road. That part, yeah, I can get that. I can get behind all of that. But yeah, we're definitely getting safer. It's still for the majority of drivers. Uh, it's a reaction time thing, and you gotta stop being so distracted. Like the world's gonna be there when you get to wherever you're going. Uh, Passengers would be okay, but have to have a special app to use their phone, but verify they aren't driving, like a picture or something. Yeah, our res system kind of does that. It does not allow us. Like I've tested it a couple times, even in a parking lot. I've tested it. If it feels like the vibration, like if it picks up vibration on the phone, it won't let you do anything on that app itself. So our res system has something similar to what you're talking about. But yeah, we're. I guess this is more of a PSA than it is an opinion at this point. Let me grab a drink real quick. Diet Pepsi, not an alcoholic beverage. People that drive, and hoping the majority of it, I'm hoping the majority of the people that are viewed tonight have a vehicle and do drive in some sort of capacity. Uh, Stop being so distracted, man. Like that message that just came through, that's gonna be there when you get to where you're going. That phone call, if you don't have a hands-free device and you're not able to answer it with a button on your steering wheel, unless they continuously call, it's not an emergency. Like if they call back to back to back to back to back, that might be an emergency. Um, and if you are speaking with somebody before you hop in your vehicle, let them know, hey, I'm gonna be driving. Uh, I'm not going to be able to message. If you still want to or need to talk, give me a holler. Uh, Message for all those white lines on the ground at stop signs and stoplights are there for a reason. Please stay behind them, please. Yeah, that's another thing. And I've been guilty of that. I've went over the line a few times. Um, but that message or that Instagram message, Facebook message, Kick, Snapchat, uh, Kick, Snapchat, whatever have you got your messages on, wherever you're getting them from, all of those can wait. If you're distracted for too long while you're driving, you're running the risk to run into either a driver like me and a 24-foot truck, or a driver like Bag Boys who's in a 53-footer. Uh, you're running that risk when you're not paying any attention. Uh, and you're also running the risk of somebody else not paying attention that's at the same exact time you are, and y'all not paying attention. Just the accidents, as horrible as they are, at this point in time, I believe the majority of them are preventable. Put your phone down. If you need to talk to somebody, get you a radio in your car that has Bluetooth capabilities. Hook your phone up to it. you'll be amazed what you can do with the Bluetooth. Because on Bluetooth, I can play music from my phone. I can talk to somebody on the phone. I can, uh, hell, I can almost hook the car up to the phone through Bluetooth. It's quite amazing. If you get the chance, kind of just play around with your Bluetooth settings on your phone, because there's all kinds of different things you can hook up to now. Um, it's kind of, you can even get Siri or who is it, Bixby or who have you on your phone read your messages out for you on some phones. So it's absolutely crazy. Just play with it a little bit. Delve into your Bluetooth settings on your radios, your phones, and get your phones hooked up to it. As Beck Boys is putting on, when you're not paying attention, you're not gonna exactly speed up to get on the interstate. We do attempt, or I do attempt to get over the extra lane from the exits or on ramps to the interstates just to stay out of y'all's way. But if we're unable to do that and you see us slowing down, don't. We're slowing down to let you guys on because we are the slower vehicles. We're governed, a lot of us at 65. My truck, thankfully, can do 70. Uh, and some of the owner operators trucks, they can go a lot faster than I can. So if you see us slowing down, we're letting you get in, get over, do your thing. Uh, 65, 67. When I had a truck one time, man, it was governed out at like 60 mile an hour. Uh, uh, what else to say? Yeah, that's another thing, man. With these accidents that are happening, there's distractions causing these accidents. These people aren't getting to go home. That's all we want at the end of the day. We want to be safe. We don't want to hurt you guys, and you guys make it a little bit frustrating. Um, just due to our size of the vehicles being bigger than you guys are, we we don't have the maneuverability as you guys. If you guys would just a little bit of consideration on your end, can make every day go a little bit better for anybody that's driving like that. Not just trying to say we need that consideration. Everybody around you needs the consideration. Uh, and wear your seatbelts. You know, God, that's pretty much all I got for this, man. You guys be safe on the road. Share the roads with us. Share the roads with our motorcycle partners too, because I mean, motorcycles are getting to be one of those things. It's kind of crazy. Better start that building. Uh, yeah, I haven't started yet, man. It's almost 9 o'clock, Uh, please, please, please. From every trucker, I think I can say, uh, stop being distracted. We're not perfect drivers, but we have to pay attention to you guys because you guys are distracted. And we don't like that. We like to go home like everybody else. And the less distracted we are, the more attention we pay to the roads, the more attention we pay to each other on the roads. It's going to make it better for everybody. Uh, with that being said, does anybody else have anything they'd like to add? I'll give you guys just a couple of moments here because, like I said, it is about 9 o'clock. We spent about an hour and a half doing this tonight. I appreciate the love and the support. If there's anything else, though, I will go over it. If not, it can wait until tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow is Wacky Wednesday. We're going to be opening up the comments and letting you guys speak your minds and going over it. Just remember, you are loved. You're important. Love yourself. Love one another. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. We're all just humans at the end of the day. We all make those mistakes. Find it in your heart to give that one person forgiveness. And you guys have yourselves a great evening, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.